Estos son los problemas del directo.
Hi, my name is Susan Brown. I'm a teacher here at Hopewell Valley Central High School. And we have an exchange program that's been going on since 1990 with Spain. And this year we have a group of 11 students and a Spanish teacher who are here within Hopewell Valley, staying in the homes of Americans. And we had gone to Spain for 3 weeks in April. And we're here to talk to you about the differences between life in Spain and life in the United States. So I have here, this is Elena Maximo. She was in Spain with us in April. And Melissa McKee, she's hosting this year. And on the other side, we have some Spanish students and teacher. This is Bruno Marin Martin and Alicia Garcia Olias, who is the Spanish teacher. And on the end, we have Ana Rubio Guiberna. So we'd like to talk, first of all, about the differences between schools in Spain and schools here in the United States. So Ana, why don't you talk to us first about the differences between Spain and here in terms of school?
It's different, like in the classes, the teachers stay in the classes and the students, no, I got confused. The teachers move from class to class and the teachers stay in one room. They have always the same students with them, they don't change. And here it's the students that have to move from one place to another.
Okay. What other differences are there? How are the classes? Are the same classes offered?
Yes, more or less. We have the same signatures, but you have in Hopewell, you have more signatures such as metal working or good working, or this kind of signatures which don't have in Spain. But the classes are almost the same. You know, the main difference between the classes in Spain and here is that in Spain the teacher is more far from the student, you know. In here, I think it's closer. There are more friendship between the student and the teacher, and it's quite hotter, you know. It's.
But on the other hand, in Spain, you call the teachers by their first name.
Yes.
Right.
This
Here, we call the teachers Mr. or Miss or Mrs. So we're more formal in that respect.
Could you, Melissa, talk to us about lockers? We don't have lockers in Spain. What is that for? What do you use them for?
The lockers they're just our sort of our closets where we keep all of our books and our bags and jackets. This way we don't have to carry them around with us all day. You don't, what do you do with your jackets and books and stuff?
Well, as the students don't move from one class to another, right? So they can live in a drawer under the desk. They can leave their stuff over there in their own class because they are always in the same class, so they don't have to move and carry their bags all the time. So what can you tell us, Elena, about lunch? Students in Spain don't have lunch in the school.
After third period, you guys have a break where you go down to like a snack bar where you can buy candy bars and stuff. But we don't have a break between third, and we don't have that. And then usually you have a break after seventh period, and then if you're a senior, you can go home. But here you can't do that really. So that's the main difference.
And what courses are required in Spain that aren't required here? For example, I know you have, and you have to take philosophy and ethics.
Or religion.
Okay. Ethics or religion. What other courses do you have to take that you don't have to take here?
Well, it depends of the course. In some courses you have some compulsory signatures, and in other one you don't have them. But we have to take 2 years of philosophy. We have to take 3 years of Spanish language. We have to take all the years we have
Latin.
Latin?
Yes, Latin. 1 year of physics and chemics.
But also, the courses are different in that the teacher lectures, right? And the students take notes. It's not as much students working in groups,
Yes,
maybe
correct.
more in language classes, but not in other classes. It's much more like the university here.
Yes.
And you don't have to be in school from 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock, right? Some days you might only have class in the morning, and some days only in the afternoon,
That's right.
right? Can you leave school whenever you want to?
You can leave the school in some breaks we have.
How many
You have
breaks?
3 hours. You arrive to the school at 8:30. You have 3 hours of classes. You have a break of a half an hour. It depends on the institute. But half an hour or something like that, and the students can go away, can stand in the classroom, can go through the corridors everywhere they want to go. And then you come back, you have another two hours of classes, you have another break of 15 minutes or something like that, and you have the last 2 hours, and then you go. You leave.
What are the rules in Spain about drinking and in school about smoking cigarettes?
In school, you can smoke in the classes or in the corridors, but you can smoke in the cafeteria or outside the building. And here, I think you can't.
What about the sports here at school? You have clubs. When you finish your academic classes, do you practice sports? What kind of sports do you practice?
Well, we have spring sports, our girls and boys soccer, and they have the cross-country team. And also, oh, no, that's in the fall. Fall is soccer and field hockey and cross-country. And then in the winter, there's a swimming and diving team and ice hockey and basketball. And then the track again. And then fall, there's baseball, softball, lacrosse, and track. And yeah, practices every day, basically, until 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening.
What do you do on weekends?
Mostly we can go to the movies, but mostly we go out to bars or discos.
And what are they like? We don't have those here for young people.
They're like a place where you can listen to music, you can dance, if you can drink something, you can be with your friends, talk.
And what time do they open?
It depends.
Okay.
9, 7 in the afternoon.
And how late can you stay there?
Oh, until you have to go home.
Yes.
Are they open very
In
late?
the weekends, the bars used to be used to be open all the night, and the people who want to stay there, they can stay there
Till the morning.
easily. Yes, till the morning.
And what are tapas bars?
Tapas is typical Spanish bar, which it's another kind of bar. When you come there, you ask for 2 or 3 tapas, which is a plate with a little pieces of something.
Appetizers.
I don't know. See, appetizers, maybe omelette, olives. I don't know, wherever. And you have something to drink too, usually alcoholic, for example, Jerez, sherry, or brandy, or something like in a glass cup, and you can spend hours and hours.
Yeah, and you go
talking.
from one bar to the other,
Yes.
right? Trying different
Which
things.
is called tapear.
Tapear. Okay.
And what do you do on the weekends, Elena? Because you have drinking age, you cannot drink beer or wine until you are 21. So what do? Do you go and practicing your sports, or you go somewhere with your friends?
Usually I go to the movies, or I go to the mall with some of my friends, or if I have, like during the winter I do swimming, so if I have swimming practice I go to swimming. Or we just, we'll play like a basketball or something, or whatever we feel like doing,
Are there lots of parties around here?
Yeah.
In people's homes?
Yeah.
That's not usual in Spain. In Spain, it's not usual to go to somebody's house to have fun. You know, you usually everybody goes out together, a group of friends, and we go over there anywhere we want to go. We go to a bar, we can go to a park or wherever we're going to go, but not usually to houses. It's not usual in Spain.
Why don't we talk a little bit about what your experience was like, Elena, when you lived in Spain? What kind of things did you see? What impressed you? What did you like?
When I first arrived in Spain, I was like, wow, this is so cool, it's great. And then like after a while, because like I miss home so much, I'd call home, I'd be like, Mom, come get me, you know. And I liked it a lot because, you know, there's more freedom. What I really liked was that, you know, you can like sit down and watch TV all together and not like fight about it, because in my family that's all we ever do. And it's really a lot more, the people are more friendly towards you. You know, like because there's a big problem here, you know, with like lesbians and gay people, you know, I feel like you go over and kiss like one of your friends, it's not like a big deal over in Spain, but here it's like a really big thing, so that's what I really liked about Spain.
And I think families are much closer in general in Spain. Why don't we talk about your life in the family and what it's like? Alicia, you can talk about your life
in families. In general, when you are a teenager, you don't work, right? If you want to work, maybe you can work in summers or something. This is because studying, even in high school, it's a little hard, and you need time. You have to go to school, and you cannot spend time in a job in the afternoon. You have to go back home and still go on studying. And that's why teenagers in general, it's a difference from here, in general don't work when they are in high school. But they may work in summer or something like that, that's all. And after that they go to the university, and they start to need to get their own money, right? So they may get tutors, private classes or something like that, but not to lose a lot of time because you still have to study. And in the university, you may go to the university, and here is another difference. You don't have to live there. You still live in your own house, right? With your parents or your family. There's no dorms. So you still live in your family, and you don't live away as soon as you go. You may leave your home when you are 18, when you are 20, something like that. You still live at home, right? And in general, when you leave home is when you are going to get married, or if you don't want to get married, if you want to go to live with your partner or something like that. But you are not, in general, you're not very young when you leave home. That is general. Another thing is that if you want to hire, especially in Madrid, where we come from, if you want to hire to rent an apartment, it's very expensive. So you better want to finish your career at the university, get a job, not a part-time job, full-time job, and then you can manage, and then you can afford for a rent. That is the general idea.
In Spain, you have to go to the military if you're a boy. Right? When do you do that, and how long?
Well, you have to do it. You're called for go to the mili, which is called in Spain. When you're 17, you have a letter, and where the one military told you have to go. You have to to get in the mili, which is the mili is a 9-month period of education in the art of war. I don't know. There is a lot of polemic about this, because a lot of people, such as me, don't think it's good, because there may be somebody which doesn't want to know how to work again, or how to kill somebody. But well, it depends. You have to stay there 9 months in a campament, military campament. You have to be as if you were a normal soldier, a race soldier, and you have trainings. You do sport. You have pointing practices, pointing with the gun, and And then when you finish this period, you can leave away and you can continue with your life. And if in case of war, you can be called to go to help the Spanish troops or wherever.
What about food? There's something that you call junk food we don't have in Spain. And Melissa was amazing because there's something we don't have in Spain. Food is completely different. You eat different things from us.
Yeah. The other day, Anna and we had some Oreos, and it was very strange to me that she said, "Oh, what are these? You know, we don't have them in Spain." So I thought that was very weird because most teenagers and most people in America, they eat a lot of junk food. Junk food's a big, you know, everybody has junk food, like a little cookies or something with their lunch and stuff. So it was weird knowing that that's not the same in France. I mean, Spain.
And Anna, how is the food in Spain compared to the United States?
It's like more cooking, not so much prepared things, like your mother or your father or anybody cooks in the kitchen, and it's bigger meals, like you have a first plate, a second one, and then you have fruit or dessert, and that's at lunch and at dinner. Dinner is smaller than lunch.
Okay, and when do you eat lunch? When's your big meal?
It's around 2 or 3, or it depends in
the afternoon. And your late meal? Is that
dinner is like 10 in the evening.
And do you find that Americans eat a lot of things that aren't good for them?
Like junk food?
Junk food?
Yeah, but it tastes good.
It tastes good, yeah. But it makes you fat.
But what I find is that you are very worried about health, and another thing that is very amazing for us is that you find a lot of overweight people here, and it means you're not very well fed, right? Fed. And in Spain we don't have those kind of foods. I think it's more healthy, and now I find you're very worried about getting fat. You have a lot of diet food, everything you have diet food, and we don't have so much in Spain.
Okay, why don't we talk very quickly, we don't have much time, about what you've done in the exchange here. What kinds of things have you done here?
I don't know, we have done normal things. We have done trips to places, we have...
Okay. ¿Puedes decirnos en español?
¿En español te lo digo?
Sí.
Pues hemos ido a algunos viajes a New York, vamos a ir a Washington, vamos también a ir a Filadelfia, hemos estado en un pueblo que se llama Ledresville, La Haska, en una especie de concurso de espantapájaros que estuvo muy bonito. Hacemos, no sé, estamos aprendiendo el inglés, hablando con la gente, estamos compartiendo las clases con nuestros partners americanos y estamos pasando un buen tiempo.
Sí, me alegro. ¿Y qué te gustó más de lo que habías visto aquí?
Pues la verdad es que lo que más me ha gustado de todo, ayer precisamente estuvimos en la Universidad de Princeton y bueno, estuvimos haciendo un tour por la universidad, nos estuvieron enseñando un poco las zonas de dormitorios, la capilla de la universidad, sala de reuniones de profesores con todos los cuadros de algunos presidentes americanos. A mí me gustó porque eso refleja un poco la historia de Estados Unidos. Me gustó porque precisamente por el prestigio que tiene la universidad, porque es una universidad bastante importante y porque todo el campus estaba muy bien, es muy bonito, los edificios son muy bonitos, el auditorio también me gustó bastante.
¿Y Ana?
A mí lo que más me ha gustado ha sido Nueva York, me gusta mucho.
Sí, ¿por qué? ¿Te gustan los edificios grandes?
Sí, todo, porque es una ciudad súper, no sé, que tiene muchas cosas diferentes,
Muy
mucha gente diferente, y es muy grande, y es muy, no sé, muy famosa y eso.
Sí. Bueno, me parece que no nos queda tiempo, pues. Well, thank you very much, and this
You're
has
welcome.
been.
You're welcome.
Hopefully, we've given some people interesting information about Spain and the differences, and hopefully, we'll have lots of contact in the future.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ta.
I think it went well.